shooting stars, sneaky flaps, and celestial pockets? Yes, please. In today's junk journal build, I'm layering up a dreamy nighttime library card for 2 weekly challenges, and you'll want to stick around for the star-powered tuck spot at the end. Hi, it's time once again for coffee, crafting, and cats with the Ginger Cat Lady. I'm Pam, currently crafting from sunny Florida while helping out family. And Harley, he's back at home on solo supervision duty, which means I fully expect to return to missing washi tape and possibly a glitter incident. Today we're working on week 4 of the hashtag weekly library card challenge that is hosted by Pam at Silver and Sparkles. And we're also checking off the night prompt for week 28 of the hashtag altered index 2025 challenge hosted by Nonstop Paper Crafts. The paper I'm using is a gorgeous kit from Ink and Paper that was a freebie that I'm not sure if it's still available or not. We're going to use this to build a dreamy little library card with torn layers, a sneaky hidden flap, a pocket for tags, and a shooting star tuck spot that might have taken me way too long to figure out. All right, let's get going on this project. To get started, I wanted to knock back some of the white that was showing, so I grabbed an 11-inch piece of paper from the kit. Then I folded one end of it around the edge of the library card to give it kind of like a wrapped effect, kind of like a cozy little jacket, you know? Before gluing it down, I then tore the top corner of a strip. That way you can still see that it is a library card underneath all those layers because, you know, it's kind of the whole point, right? Once I was happy with the placement of that, I glued the rest of the strip down to the front of the library card. Then I flipped it over and I wanted to keep it really simple, so I just used a small strip of paper from the ephemera part of the kit and a square journaling card from that section as well. It adds just enough visual interest without overwhelming it, and it helps the whole piece feel just so much more finished. So originally I thought this was going to be a trifold setup, you know, something fancy and interactive, but the paper I was using just wasn't sturdy enough on its own. It looked great, but it felt a little too floppy. And no one wants a sad, floppy flap. So I took the section that wasn't glued to the library card, folded it in half, and then glued it together to reinforce it. So now it has instant structure without having to add any extra cardstock or junk mail or anything like that. Now it acts like a proper flap, strong enough to fold back and forth without getting all wrinkly and worn down and possibly torn. At this point, I decided to get a little extra. You know me, come on. And added another flap because why stop at one? So I grabbed a decorative pocket from the kit and I trimmed off the two side flaps, but I left that bottom flap there so I could use it like a hinge. The white on the back of this pocket was truly bugging me, so I backed it with a little bit of leftover scrap from when I covered the library card earlier. Then I folded the pocket's bottom flap and I glued that to the edge of the first flap that I had made. That let it swing around to the front of the card, kind of like a little cover, almost like a built-in closure, but way more cool. Now, obviously, we needed a pocket. I mean, where else are the tags supposed to go? So I used this gorgeous swirly pocket from the kit. It's kind of giving me a Milky Way vibe, all moody and celestial, which worked perfectly with the whole night theme that I'm using. I added this to the inside of the flap that I created, and it tucks in there like it was totally made to be there. Now there's a cozy little hideaway for my tags, or tiny notes, or whatever other sneaky ephemera I decide to stash in there. Okay, so the shooting star die cut from the kit, it was a non-negotiable. I had to use it. The only problem? I had no idea how. I moved it around more times than I care to admit. Left, right, upside down, backwards. It definitely went on a journey. But eventually I decided to use it as a tuck spot because clearly it wasn't going to give up its spot in this project. I glued down just 2 tips of the star along the bottom edge of the card so that you could still slide something in there. Then I trimmed off the part that was hanging out and glued it down. To finish it off, I added one of the decorative tags from the kit. Except the tag I picked was a little too tall for the spot. So I just snipped off the top part, right where the little slanted corners meet the body of the tag. Then I lined up that cutoff piece with the new top edge and trimmed it again to match. And just like that, I had a shorter tag with the same angled corners. Mini tag makeover complete. Then I tucked it in nice and snug, like it was meant to be behind the shooting star all along. Now the front of the card was looking a little too plain, so I grabbed a word strip that said Wonder and a fussy cut star from the kit to dress it all up. Naturally, because it is me, I moved them around about 17 times before I was finally happy with the placement. I call it creative indecision, an absolutely essential part of the crafting process. At least my crafting process. And there you have it, a dreamy, night-inspired library card with layers, flaps, and that sweet little tuck spot I absolutely had to include. It was definitely a make-it-work moment, but I think it turned out pretty stellar. I added a few last-minute details off camera, just some final touches to tie the whole nighttime theme together. If you had fun crafting along with me today, don't forget to come back. I'll be sharing another library card challenge, a weekly 15 challenge, and much more. You won't want to miss it. If you enjoyed this project, go ahead, like and share and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and I'm so grateful to have you here in this crafty chaos with me. If you're looking for more layered journaling ideas, check out this library pocket video or the playlist for the other library cards that I've made for this challenge. The links for both are on the screen right now. And as always, may your scraps be endless and your glue never dry. See you in the next one. Bye.